is very interesting. We're going to go through the whole details of it. And it is about the Tolkien estate. And if I can even say the word Tolkien anymore. So this is the official site of the Tolkien estate. They're talking about how can you get access to the archives. You need to email this person here or these people here. Now, this is what I want to talk about. Let's start off with fan fiction. Okay, so fan fiction on the Tolkien estate website. Can I publish fan fiction or other books or material based on Tolkien's works? And it says, the Tolkien estate has a duty to protect the integrity of Tolkien's original writings and artworks and takes copyright very seriously. This means that you cannot copy any part of Tolkien's writings or images, nor can you create materials which refer to the characters, stories, places, events, or other elements contained in any of Tolkien's works. Now, I understand them creating materials related to, so that's like fan fiction stuff. But if you want to talk about fan fiction, I think that Amazon is kind of doing their own fan fiction, because what they are doing, and as I've showed many times before in other videos, they are taking what they have copyright to, which is Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, and appendices. And they are using their first and second age to base their story on when they don't have the rights to it. So I would call that fan fiction, because they are changing their story to include black characters, elves, dwarves, and making Galadriel commander of the armies of the north, which never happened. So they are making their own fan fiction. Could this mean that the Tolkien estate could sue Amazon when the show comes out because they've used it to make their own fan fiction? I don't believe that's what's going to happen, but that's one possibility. Let's get into more, and then I'll go with the other side. Exactly, that's what I was saying about the Amazon show. That's exactly what I'm saying. So you can go here. If you find any infringements, please email this person, this here. Invented languages. You want to know the Tengwa script, all the languages that he created. So Kuzdul, the two Elven languages, and what is written on the One Ring. They say you can't use his invented languages and scripts because they're protected by copyright. You may use them for your own private interest and amusement, so you can do it between yourselves or write it for yourself, but you can't use it any form of publication or in connection with any group activity, commercial or otherwise. So what I'm thinking is, if you have an image of the Elvish writing, Dwarven writing, or anything, if you put it up on a screen like you're talking about it, is that a possibility that you're going to get struck for talking about it and putting it up, and they're going to copyright you for using that to criticize the Amazon show? Everyone who's like me, and we're making videos about how they're destroying the law using the script, the text, which is what we're going to get into. We're using the text to show, hey, this is what it says in the book, and this is not what they're doing. And right here, it says you cannot reproduce in any form for commercial. It's going to get interesting. Can I get permission to quote from Tolkien's works? So that's talking about, can I use the quote from the book that I use and other people are using in their videos to say, hey, this is what the book says, this is what the show's doing. All bona fide requests for permission to quote from Tolkien's published work should be addressed to HarperCollins publishers. So you need to email the publisher, HarperCollins, to be like, hey, can I use this quote for whatever I'm using? And if they say no, what the fuck then? They might ask you, what are you using it for? And if you say, I'm using it because I'm making a video on how the Amazon TV show goes against Tolkien's own words, do you reckon they're going to give it to you? They might, but I don't know. Here's where the big thing goes, okay? The names Tolkien and J.R.R. Tolkien and the J.R.R.T. monogram and the Tolkien signature and the titles of many Tolkien works are registered trademarks belonging to the Tolkien estate. In addition, many character names, places, events, other elements from The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings are trademarked by Saul Zaentz. But right here it says Tolkien and J.R.R. Tolkien and the monogram and the signature are registered trademarks. So can you get in trouble for saying the name Tolkien in your video or saying it on a stream right now because it's trademarked? Am I not allowed to say the word Tolkien? It's funny that they say the JRRT monogram is a registered trademark, because who do we know that are Amazon shills and their Twitter account has this, the JRRT monogram, as their display picture? The OneRing.net has the monogram as their DP, which is a registered trademark by the Tolkien estate. So if I was the Tolkien estate, I'd be saying, you cannot use this for your DP, OneRing.net. But we know OneRing.net is in bed with Amazon. They're trying to get all this access for this new show. But if I was the Tolkien estate, I'd be saying, this is a registered trademark. You need to take it down. Can I get information about the Amazon TV series? Yeah, go to YouTube and just type it in and see what the people are saying. I don't know if they're going to do this because the show is coming out and they're going to preemptively put this out to say, hey, this has been out here for months. So when the show comes out in November and people start saying Tolkien, J.R.R. Tolkien, Amazon, Lord of the Rings, and all this stuff, and they start using images like the monogram, are they going to copyright everyone that's talking about it because it's all going to be negative towards the Amazon show? Tolkien Estate themselves can strike or copyright claim videos, and it's not going to be tied to Amazon because Amazon's not going to be the one that's copyrighting them. So then Amazon can sit back and go, we didn't copyright it. It's the trademark of the Tolkien Estate. It's got nothing to do with us. And then you got OneRing.net's going to come out and say, all these haters are talking shit about the Tolkien Estate now. They hate Tolkien. This is exactly where I see it going.